Former This Morning Doctor, Dr. Ranj Singh, who, let's face it, has never been one to shy away from a bit of controversy, believes accusing the daytime show of having a toxic culture of bullying and discrimination has negatively impacted his career. Or, it could be that viewers are sick to the back teeth of him. Either or. The TV doctor, who left the show in 2022 after 10 years, spoke out against the ITV daytime show in the midst of the Phillip Schofield scandal, in which the former This Morning host revealed he had an affair with a young runner. And in other breaking news, Deeley looks set to steal all of Holly Willoughby's brand deals and ultimately her wealth. More on that later. Following Dr. Ranj's initial complaint, ITV boss Dame Carolyn said an external review found no evidence of bullying or discrimination. However, Dr. Ranj has now reflected on the This Morning storm on BBC's imposter syndrome. Insisting he felt bullied at times, he said, "For me it was the culture that had developed, in many ways about the way people were being treated and being made to feel, and it wasn't good for people's mental health. The only real difference is when I think to myself, should I have just shut up? Should I have just shut up and got on with it like everyone else?" When asked whether he thought the conversation impacted his career, he said, "I think so. You know, I was a mental health ambassador, anti-bullying ambassador on this channel, whose job it is to look after people. It's my job to say something and say, look, things aren't quite right and now we need to do something about this. When you look at it like that, we guess he has a point." Dr. Ranj also said he hasn't spoken to Phillip or Holly Willoughby in a long time. He added that there was a grieving process when he left This Morning after a decade. He said, "When I wasn't working on This Morning anymore, having done it for 10 years and some days, you know, really invested myself into it and loved it, and some days done a night shift, and gone straight into the studio, and done something because I loved it so much. And then I was doing stuff behind the scenes as well because I felt passionately about so many of the values that we were doing across the channel. So diversity and pride stuff, you know, anti-bullying stuff. When it went away it was really painful. When you lose something you really care about, you grieve for it, right? So I think there's always going to be that sense of grief there for a while." Dr. Ranj added, "I'm really lucky I've got other stuff, and I've got people that pick me up and put me back together again." ITV boss Dame Carolyn confirmed in June the show had 2 complaints about bullying or harassment in 5 years, which were both taken very seriously, including from the show's former resident doctor, Dr. Ranj, who raised concerns about bullying and discrimination and afterwards felt like he was managed out for whistleblowing. Talking about the allegations, she said, "It deeply disappoints me, but we do not recognize that at This Morning. We have tangible evidence to tell you where the vast majority of people at daytime. At This Morning are extremely engaged and very motivated." The ITV boss later added, "When you use those words about our culture, we don't recognize that as our culture. It doesn't mean we don't take it seriously." Dr. Ranj, who is now the resident doctor on the BBC's Morning Live, previously said he thought long and hard before weighing in on the scandal which engulfed ITV, but decided to speak out. Meanwhile, as This Morning continues to try to rise like a phoenix from the ashes with its revolving door presenter debacle, Lisa Snowdon received mixed reviews from fans of This Morning when she co-hosted the show alongside Dermot O'Leary this week. The radio presenter stepped in while Dermot's usual co-star Alison Hammond took a step back from presenting to appear in a Christmas pantomime. Sharing their thoughts on X, one viewer wrote, "I like Dermot and Lisa together. Dermot doesn't seem as childish like he is when he appears with Alison." Another added, "Lisa Snowdon is a breath of fresh air on this program. So natural. She's a keeper. I'm loving Lisa on This Morning so much better than Christine and Molly." Another agreed. Meanwhile, one fan added, "These two are not working together at all. She keeps jumping in on everything. Send the next audition in, please." With another also saying the same. Dermot and Lisa aren't working. It comes after the news that Deeley and Shephard are reportedly set to be announced as the new permanent presenters, replacing Phillip Schofield and Holly Willoughby. The duo, who have both guest hosted the show but never together, are believed to have impressed ITV bosses with their chemistry, possibly from an unaired screen test. And apparently, the stars are set for a bumper payday after landing the role as the This Morning hosts, with claims the pair will receive an annual salary of £550,000. While hefty, the salary still pales in comparison to former hosts Holly Willoughby and Phillip Schofield, who were said to have been paid £700,000 annually for their role. However, Kat Deeley isn't short of a bob or two, as she currently earns at least £344,000 a season hosting. So you think you can dance in the States, where she is said to be paid £43,000 an episode. The star is currently in Los Angeles working on the new series, which will air in March. She has not confirmed if she will stay with the show, which she has fronted for 16 seasons, next year. If she does decide to juggle both jobs, it won't be for financial reasons, as brand and culture expert Nikki revealed she could double her This Morning salary with brand deals online. Nick said, "Kat is popular in the style stakes, and I can see her making a lot of money partnering with brands like John Lewis and Marks and Spencer, who will be vying for her to wear their items." Interesting. No wonder M&S dropped Holly Willoughby like a stone. We are sure they already have a contract with Kat Deeley all drawn up and ready to go. Gosh. We bet Holly is crying into her eggnog right about now. Nick continued, apparently Kat could earn over £200,000 from fashion collabs, and she also has her own fragrance, which I am sure will fly off the shelves. All sounds rather familiar, doesn't it? Nick added, I can also see her potentially collaborating with a brand like Charlotte Tilbury or L'Oreal, and for these she could earn a cool £250,000. Oh dear, wasn't Holly Willoughby also dropped from L'Oreal? Oh no, sorry, that's right, the contract was paused, as Holly so eloquently put it. A likely story, in our opinion, especially when it looks like Kat Deeley is set to swoop in and steal the gig. After all, they won't need two of them flogging their potions, will they? Nick continues, Kat is the perfect presenter for This Morning. She has a big fan base of people who grew up with her on a Saturday morning, and she's always been a safe pair of hands. She has a great reputation for being lots of fun, but she can also balance difficult discussion points too, which is why she will make a winning pairing with Ben. What's also really great for a brand about Kat is that she has a big appeal in the USA as the host of the hit show So You Think You Can Dance. So if they are looking to expand or create brand deals in the UK and US, she's the perfect person to do it. Yes, it certainly looks like Kat is going to get the cream, doesn't it? With millions of people struggling to afford a tin of baked beans these days, Kat Deeley's cash in the bank could leave a bad taste in the mouths of This Morning's many struggling viewers. It could even be the very thing that sees her literally becoming the next Holly Willoughby, who fell firmly out of favor. But, according to media reports, Kat was picked for This Morning after viewers called her the perfect choice, after being drafted in when Holly quit for the sake of her family amid an alleged kidnap plot. Yet, as Blinkerhole revealed in our last video, it is actually Emma Willis, whom fans want to host This Morning. Which just goes to show, ITV do not listen to their viewers. Meanwhile, Ben Shephard's clean-cut image was also a factor in him getting the job, as the show continues to distance itself from the Phillip Schofield scandal. But, is it all too little, too late? Are viewers prepared to embrace the new dynamic duo, Ben Shephard and Kat Deeley, or could ITV This Morning bosses find that it's the actual program itself that the general public are tired of? In our opinion, it's the latter. Please like and subscribe for more journeys through the Blinkerhole. For entertainment purposes only. Keep up to date with our latest investigations and hit the join button. If you like what we do, send us a super thanks. Official Blinkerhole merchandise is available in store.